2025 marks 30 years since the pilot episode of Oh, Doctor Beeching debuted on the BBC. This short-lived comedy, created by David Croft of Dad's Army fame, revolves around a railway station facing the looming threat of the Beeching Axe.
This is Ruddy Atley, Ruddy Atley, Ruddy Atley! Change here for Ruddy Buston and Ruddy Winston.
The show featured the Heidi High trio, Paul Shane, Jeffrey Holland and Sue Pollard, along with Stephen Lewis from On the Buses. For a deeper dive into the series, be sure to check out Chris the Excellent's Guage the Issue videos. Filmed at the Seven Valleys Harley Station, the main locomotive in the series was an Ivatt, number 46521, also known as Blossom. I thought it would be nice to give the series some recognition for its landmark anniversary by recreating Blossom, as it appeared on screen, for today's railway modellers. There have been several Ivatt models released in various scales, including the specific number and livery from the series by Bachmann, although that was in N scale. Since I wanted to stick to a budget rather than splurge on a highly detailed model, I chose Hornby's earlier version from the 1970s. During a recent club trip to Rails of Sheffield, I was lucky enough to find that very locomotive for just £20. It was in excellent condition, though a bit dusty, and the tender decals were peeling off, but I had plans for it. The locomotive is powered by an XO3 motor and runs smoothly, so no need for the remagnetizer this time. However, any older locomotive, especially those from the late 60s and 70s, will need some servicing, particularly if they've been in storage for a while. I gave the loco and tender a thorough wash with hand soap, and the late BR crest came off easily. A club member kindly provided me with some isopropyl alcohol to clean the commutator and carbon brushes. The preserved locomotive featured in the series had the early British Railways logo on the tender. For this, I opted for adhesive decals instead of dry rub or water decals. And honestly, they turned out quite well. Everything was then reassembled. And here we have the locomotive as it appeared in the pilot episode. Starting from the second episode of the first series, the nameplate for the loco was added, which will be a later commission for this project. To enhance its performance, I'll also give it a new motor, so keep an eye out for those updates in part 2. I'm sure I'll be driving it a lot more smoothly than Ralph did in the series.